Hi everyone! Thanks for clicking my video. I'm Bebe. Welcome to my channel, our Key to Your Collective. I try to read the energies that are prominent in the collective and tell the story that the cards want to tell. Not all messages will resonate for every person, so if it sounds like it's for you but like the next message doesn't, then leave what doesn't resonate now, but keep it in mind because it might make sense at a later time. I intend for these readings to be timeless, so whenever you find them is when you're meant to. I hope everyone's well. I waited a little bit longer tonight to do my video because apparently tonight is band practice night for the kids downstairs, but I couldn't wait any longer, so if you hear the dulcet sounds of a college jam band in the background, just please enjoy it. Let's clear and center our space. Wait, that's just the incense. Hang on. Okay. Forgot to light the sage. And boy, do we need it after that eclipse. Oh my god. Who else was having really weird effed up dreams? I think everybody. So let's clear that energy some for you. And my heart's for a Bebe. And the space in general. That looks good. That feels good. Alright. We ask all positive energies to attend us and guide us to the messages that fulfill our highest good. Guides, ancestors, patrons, angels, archangels, and our higher selves, come forward and be with me. Archangel Michael, stand guard. Gabriel, make the messages clear and useful. And Metatron, be present to protect the seekers and deliverers of the divine's communications. Oh, that feels good. I hope everyone's well. I've been actually kind of detached from the energies because, oh man, were they pretty intense these last week, 2 weeks or so, but I think I'm ready to jump back in. Let's see, I can arrange this a little bit. There we go. That's better. All right. Well, let's see. We will start with our fairies as usual. Let's see what the fairies' energy is like tonight. What is tonight? Where are we? Friday night? June 12th? The 12th, I think. Yeah. Okay. Hello, fairies. What do you have for us tonight? I actually have something really exciting planned. I'm going to be starting this new series, and it's going to be going through the cards of this deck. It's the Tarot of the Divine, and it is folklore and different stories from all different cultures around the world. So I'm going to go through one card at a time and tell the story of the card. So I'm going to start with, of course, the 0 card, which is the Fool. And on that card, I don't have it with me, it's in the other room. On that card, oh, I should have to go get it, is the Ariel, the Little Mermaid. So the first video of that series is going to be telling the Little Mermaid story, and it's going to be so that we can interpret the card better. And the intent for this video is for little witches who can't sleep at night. It's going to be like a story time tarot for little witches. So actually, before I even start, I'm going to go in the other room and grab those cards because I have them separated. So just 1 second, please. So yeah, the series is going to be called, tentatively, Storytime Tarot, with the Tarot of the Divine. Stories for little witches to fall asleep to. I'm actually really excited. It's taking a long time because I'm transcribing the true story, and it's not the Disney version. I'm going to be telling the true stories. So I'm really excited. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be a long series. And it's just going to be some, one more cool thing to add to the channel. I'm really excited. So be patient with me while I get that going, but it's going to be cool. All right. Fairies, fairies, fairies. What is the energy in the collective today? After the eclipse calmed down and my hands. Oop, tail made a peep. Our forlorn lover. All right, fairies. Ooh, they seem talkative tonight. Oh, we got one flipper. I don't do reversals, but we've got She of the Cruad. Ooh, Mthr God making an appearance. That's powerful. All right. I never know how to say that. It's Cruach. Cruach. It sounds too much like crotch. I'm sorry. I'll just call her the she. Flip out. Okay. Shoot. The Glanconer is here. The smooth talker. The Grima worm tongue. Someone's whispering in someone's ear. Lies and deceit. Illusion. And Singer of Connection. Do I want another one for this row, Spirit? I'll keep pulling and see. Oh. Honesty. The topsy-turvets. Okay. Someone is upside down in their heads with this. Okay, yeah. That makes sense. With the energies that have been at play. And the undressing of the salad. That's doing the impossible. I really feel like I need 2 more. But we'll see. Alright, we'll start with this. This is the receptacle of growth, pregnancy, receiving, the comfort, nurturing, and grace. But then the Glanconer is here. Look at this guy. I'm sorry if it's a little dark. I have every light in this room on right now. And it just still seems really dim. You see this guy? It's like, not only is he talking out of his mouth, but he's talking out of his head right here. It almost feels like that in the third eye area is another mouth. So double speak. Double speak. This is a sly, smooth talker. Lies, flattery, illusion, delusion, lust, blindness. Dig deeper, there's glamour at work. That's spell work. But then we've got the Singer of Connection. Support and strength. Support and strength through community? I can't read that. Karma, empathy, connection. Keep your heart open. Okay. Someone is ripe with new possibilities. Someone is just chomping at the bit to bring forth something that they have had inside them for a really long time. And it has to do with this divine connection. But there's the whisperer again inside them. I hate when the Glanconer comes out, because even I'm blocked when this dude comes out. Even I can't hear right. Honesty always has a very urgent feel. Look at his face. His eyes are huge, like he's sad almost. I urgently need to be honest with you, you know? And I described this before as the throat chakra. It is lit, but it's dim. So in some way, he is aware and attuned to the fact that he needs to speak. But because he's blocked somehow, you see how the energy is arcing around him? I don't know if you can see that. But to me, it's like when lightning is looking for a path to go, but it can't find one, so it forks and sparks in the sky until it can find one path to go down. But it feels like this can't be expressed. So it's sparking through him, almost to the point of hurting himself, because he can't express it, you know. We've got the topsy-turvets, which is they're look at them from this way or this way. Either way, they turn everything upside down, you know. So there's something in the collective that someone really wants to say, but even in their own words, it's like spun around, not making sense. Looks one way, but is different from another way. But you can't tell which way's true. Do you know what I mean? And the undressing of the salad, think of the implications of that title. How do you undress the salad? How do you remove the dressing once you mix it all up? You can't. It's impossible. This is the card of doing or attempting the impossible. It says, dexterity, outcome unclear, things in motion, change of fortune, achieving the impossible. Yeah. Okay, somebody feels that expressing themselves is just going to either not matter or cause confusion. Being honest with themselves is going to turn everything upside down and set things in motion that they can't change. So they have to try to handle this very carefully. Adroito, that's the fairy of the impossible. Adroit means dexterous, very, how do I say dexterity? Like, oh, I can't see, I'm blocked. I feel blocked. Okay, I don't know. I can't tell if this is a masculine, feminine kind of thing yet, so I'm going to go ahead and pull in the middle to see what's going on in the 5D, in the energy between. Yeah, I can't really tell yet if this is the twin thing, because I can't feel a masculine or feminine. I mean, I feel like this may be the masculine just because the Glanconer's here, but these energies are genderless, you know? I feel almost that this is all the masculine, divine masculine, not just any masculine, divine. That's who I channel for. Okay. What's in between here, fairies? What's going on in between? You got the pook at the bottom, the shapeshifter, which means that things are still unformed. Things are still in flux. Nothing's set in stone yet. Nothing's been decided. Nothing's put in motion. But then we do have motion here with the undressing of the salad fairies. What's in the middle in the connection? What's the 5D here? Whoa, whoa, whoa. A lot, but I'll take them. Singer of Courage. All right. Lace, the Moon's daughter. And Fluff the Footer. Oh, Fluff hasn't come out in a long time. Hello, dear. Grounding. And Lace is looking right at him. Explore the deep mind and symbols. The unknown shadow inside. Connect to your higher self. Almost like a sphinx and riddles. Okay. And the Singer of Courage, bravery, self-discipline, moral strength, breaking, limiting beliefs, transmutation of fear. So that's in the 5D. And Flaff is being real, earthing, grounding, come back down to earth, feet on the ground. This is a test. Okay. So, I'm going to confidently, for the moment, say that this is not for masculine and feminine. This is for the collective in general. And we've got Mickle on the bottom. Okay, collective in general, because I think we're still in the shadow of the solar eclipse, which was just like 2 days ago. Let me listen, please. Because of the eclipse, things are in flux, but things are in motion. However, everything is in a very early stage right now. Either or. I'm hearing either or. But we do have some very high-powered energy here with the singers. And with Mthr God here herself. Is this in columns, Spirit? Just feels like it's in columns. No? How do you want me to read this? So we've got the she, the Empress, the Mthr God. This is the receptacle of growth. Yes, it says pregnancy. Yes, it could mean a physical pregnancy. But I think in the overall energy of a whole collective, I think she wants to move in the energy to bring things to fruition. Not all the things. The noble things, the pure things. Things of my choosing, she says. Things of worth. and pay no attention to the Glanconer, she says. I feel his energy is diminished, and I think this energy represents people around us who are like, who look at the things that we're trying to put in motion and say stuff like, that's crazy. Why would you choose to do that? Why would you uproot everything? Why would you change this? Why would you change yourself? Why would you go for this other job? Why would you even think about approaching this person? Things like that. That's the Glanconer. I described him in one of my other videos as Grima Wormtongue from Lord of the Rings. When Gandalf comes to talk to Theoden the king, and Theoden looks really old and decrepit and his eyes are cataract over, he has an advisor whispering in his ear, but the advisor is actually a servant of Sauron, and he's there to keep Theoden in check because Theoden is an extremely powerful leader and a threat to what Sauron is trying to bring into the world, which is, basically evil, right? So Grima Wormtongue whispers in Theoden's ear all the time. Like when Gandalf came, Grima and Theoden knew that Gandalf had the power to destroy the spell that Theoden was under. And when he came, Theoden was like, why should we welcome you, wizard? And Grima looked at him and was like, that is a very good question, my king. Like, lying bold-faced lies to his face, and yet in the same breath building him up. So this could be the energy of diversion. You don't want to go that way. You don't want to look that way. You don't want to you don't really want to pursue them. You're much better off here on your throne with me at your side. These people who are coming to help, they're not really help. They're going to destroy everything that we've built. That's the Glanconer. And I think Mother God is here because she needs to be there in order to break this spell. There needs to be a lot of positive energy. And I've said this before because this card specifically mentions this is spell work. And that's exactly what Grima Wormtongue did, because he whispered in the king's ear for so long that it wove a spell around him, and like a spider's web, like encased him in this lie that was all he could see was the lie. So when it's all you can see, that's the truth. So this is like the lie becomes the truth because it's all you can see. So that is going to need extremely powerful energy to come in and break that spell, because more likely than not, masculine. This spell work was put on by an amateur. That's why it took so long. You've been under this spell for years. And it's fear. This person is very fearful because this connection that they're trying to block you from is completely divine. And the divine is more powerful than any amateur spell worker who's trying to keep you in their lies. And in order to break that, Mother God herself is coming down to bust that spell. Just like Gandalf when he came into the hall and he threw off his gray robes and he was Gandalf the White underneath, and everybody put the fear of God in everybody. This is it, Mother God. This is the fear of God coming in to dispel this poor spell work put on you by an amateur, because this connection is divine. This is the truth. This is what you should be looking towards. And the Glanconer is doing everything they can to turn you from that. Honesty. He's feeling much more empowered now that I'm looking at him. Stoic, almost determined. He knows that once he speaks this truth, it's going to turn everything upside down. Look at these things. The topsy-turvets. Upside down or right side up. It's confusion. You know? Change of viewpoint. Look again. What is real? Listen for lies? Oh goodness. Not seeing it. Not seeing it. Someone's not seeing it. Things in motion, change of fortune. Someone's not seeing. Okay. This could be. Let me think a second. I feel like this is energy that came up a couple months ago. And it came up with the Four of Cups. We'll see if that drops later on when I do the Gilded deck. I didn't see it. I saw it too late. I didn't see it in time to make it happen. That's what was coming out a couple months ago. So if that has anything to do with the cycle of the eclipse, that kind of makes sense. Oh, this is the Hanged Man. See, I didn't even read that right down at the bottom. If you can see underneath where it says the topsy-turvets, it says the Hanged Man. So, okay, well that gives me a different perspective, and that's interesting because that's exactly what that card means. In the Rider-Waite and in other depictions of the Hanged Man, it's supposedly, I've heard it interpreted as a trapeze artist, a tightrope walker, who willingly is hanging upside down in order to see a different perspective. It also is a reference to the myth of Odin and how he received the knowledge of the rune stones. And that is, he hung himself willingly upside down from Yggdrasil, the world tree, for 9 nights, 9 being a divine number. And he paid with one of his eyes. That's why Odin always has a patch. He paid with one of his eyes to see from a different point of view and hang so long that he would earn that divine knowledge. Okay, my forehead's going crazy, but I still can't have to turn him over again. See, I have to be honest with you. I do see a change in perspective, but it feels impossible to do this, even though I know that this is already in motion. That's what I hear. I've had a change. Shoot, I've had a change in perspective. I have to be honest. I see it from a different way now. I see it now. Look again. I'm still looking. I mean, it's so confusing. Let's go in the middle. The Singer of Courage, transmutation of fear, bravery, self-discipline, moral strength. Lace the Moon's Daughter, we have connect to the higher self, explore the deep mind. Okay, so somebody's really going inward. I feel Hermit energy. Earthing, grounding, come back down to earth. All right. I love how Lace here is looking towards Flap the Footer. But look at her face, it's just like, aw, he's so cute. Look at him. See her face? Oh, shoot, this is mirrored. So her face is like, aw, he's just such a cutie. And then here's Fluff, just sitting there on his toadstool, being part of nature. I feel like this is very almost meditative. Let's see how he's sitting with his legs like that. Someone could sit like that when they're thinking, with one foot up. I just love that she's looking at him like, he's so cute. He's really thinking about earthly things, because this is one of the, see how she see how Flaff is down in the mushrooms and the leaves. So when you're down there in the leaves on the floor of the trees and stuff, it's all very cool down there. Sometimes it's dark. There's a certain smell, and you can feel the wind and hear the wind. You can hear the animals. And when you shut out everything else, the traffic, the people, you can really reconnect with the energy of the earth. I think that's very important. I think it's important that find a way to go anywhere where there's grass and trees and just put your feet on the earth and just feel. If you can find a park, go to the park. It's thank goodness it's nice weather now. Go to the park. Find an area where it's wooded and shady. Go in there and just sit. Just like Flaff. Don't sit on a mushroom, but just sit and shush. Close your eyes and smell your surroundings and feel the coolness of the earth on your feet. Listen to the wind, listen to the grass, listen to the trees, listen to the animals. And it's not like you're listening because you think you're going to understand what they're saying. It's just, it's a different feeling. And it's going to really bring you back. As for in the 5D connection, that will really help you, whoever I'm speaking to, whoever is resonating with this. Be brave. Transmutation of fear. I read something really interesting today about transmutation. And it was in regards to empaths and how they can like swerve people's negative energy and transmute that into positive. And it was that you have to try to remove yourself from it. I feel like it's just dodging, you know, dodging a swing or something. Like, ooh, that's not meant for me. I'm just going to zoop and let that go by. And it's not that you're not allowing yourself to feel it, because have you ever gotten swung at, but you like dodged it a little bit, but you still felt it go past, and you were like, you could feel like the wind, whoo, whoosh. That's what it feels like. It feels like just whoosh. Like you have to move out of the way. And in order to do that and not get hit, you really have to be on your toes. Be brave and self-disciplined. Explore the deep mind and ground yourself. Maybe I'm getting a little too wordy on this. Let's move on to the Gilded Tarot. This one I call the People deck because it likes to drop people that are involved. Turn the Glanconer over if he can keep his mouth shut. Like I still don't feel masculine, feminine here. I just feel the collective. Oh. Mickle is childlike energy. Feels good. I should light that sage again, especially with the Glanconer out. Bind him a little bit. Oh, I think the band is done, so I'm going to open my window a little again. That felt good. One more shuffle, please, and then we'll cut. Okay. Spirit, please clarify the she. What is this energy of potential? Nurturing grace, growth, pregnancy, and receiving. Please clarify the she. Oh yeah, I gotta open the window. Oh, excuse me a second. There we go. Okay. Woohoo. Okay. Please clarify Mthr God here, the she. They're jumpy. That's good. what's being received? Offered, received. Page of Wands. Usually I have a very funny interpretation of the Page of Wands, but now that I know that there might be some younger ears listening, I'm not gonna say it. Page of Wands is someone who's what's the word I'm looking for? Enthusiastic about something new. Okay, I didn't ask for anything on that one. Where do you want me to put this? Okay, I'll share it with the Page of Wands for now. Page of Wands, Three of Wands, which is waiting. That makes sense, because like bringing something to fruition, like growth, pregnancy, and receiving, this might be taking some time. That makes sense. So it's like what I describe is the Two of Wands is placing your Amazon order, and the Three of Wands is waiting for your package to come. You know, like the ship is there in the harbor, he's just waiting for it to come in. Also, I never noticed this before, but he's actually, it looks like he's walking out into the water to almost meet the ship. And I believe this card has 3 birds, so I gotta sing it. Rise up this morning, smile at the rising sun. 3 little birds perched on my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true. Singing, this is our message to you. So I feel like there is something growing. Be enthusiastic, but also be patient. It's coming. That feels good. Like it's coming, like it's en route, and it's almost there. Like these ships, that's not a far away ship. That ship is right there, and he wants to walk up to get it because he's chosen the wand he wants to, you know. These other 2 back here, he doesn't want these, so he's going out to get what he ordered. It's like it's right there, but okay, so like this card even gives me it's right there. Don't wait any longer for it to come to you. It's right in front of you. Go get it. Go get it because your order's here, you know. Against my better judgment, please clarify the Glanconer. Yeah, I don't blame you. Please clarify the Glanconer. Nothing wants to jump. Queen of Wands, that bitch. That's what a lot of times this card is, that bitch. So, unfortunately, the Queen of Wands sometimes designates a karmic energy. And that makes sense because in the twin flame dynamic, the karmics are usually the ones whispering in the masculine's ear. Stuff like, why would you want to change what we have? Why would you want to undo this? Why would you want to pursue something else, you know? And then even to the point of, why would you fuck up what we have for her? Meaning for the divine feminine. Now, granted, I don't have any designation here that there is the divine masculine feminine twin flame going on. We may, as the cards keep dropping, but I can't ignore that the karmic is here. You know, if it's not a karmic, it's a feminine energy who's very ambitious, very sure of herself, a go-getter, but also can be ruthless. I get Circe from Game of Thrones with the Queen of Wands. She was beautiful, she was powerful, but she was greedy and she was selfish. And I feel like either this energy is the Glanconer, who's the whisperer, or there's a whisperer who is influencing this queen. So please clarify the connection, the singer of connection, karma, empathy, karma, the sun. Okay, but it came out reversed, but I don't usually read reversals. But let me think on that for a minute. So if we read it with the reverse, the connection is not I don't want to say hidden, because that would be the moon. Protect, I don't know. So usually the sun means something is illuminated, right? In reverse, this connection is not illuminated. I don't want to say that it's being hidden intentionally. Protected maybe, but I don't usually get a protection interpretation from the sun reversed. That's not protective. Fearful maybe, unsure. So, but if we read it upright, I think the connection is blessed. It's blessed, and this Glanconer hates it because what the person ordered is here, you know. And it was ordered innocently. The Page of Wands is young, he's innocent. With Mthr God behind him, though, that's some power. So this intent was made out of innocence, but what's the word I'm looking for? Not urgent, but like that, you know, like, shoot, I can't think of the word. Let's clarify. Honesty, please. Spirit. Clarify honesty, please. Clarify honesty, please. Yeah? Seven of Swords. The Thief in the Night. Getting the hell out of Dodge card. So let's explore this. It's split, okay? This is the Seven of Swords, but he's holding 5 and 2 are on the ground. So if we look at it as the 5 of Swords, that's the card of winning, but at what cost? Because in the 5 of Swords, the person is holding their swords, but there are people who are defeated. Now, whether they deserve that defeat or not is not said, unless it's said in the cards surrounding the other cards. But this one, he gathered up what he could and made a break for it. But like I said, at what cost? Now on the bottom here is the two swords, which I take as the Two of Swords. And in the Two of Swords card, it's a person who is blindfolded and has the swords up in front of them like an X, which is I want to say like no entry, but that's not what I mean. No access to me at the moment, okay? Because I cannot make this decision. In the Two of Swords, she's blindfolded, so she doesn't see the options, but she's weighing what she feels in her hands. And swords, of course, are thoughts, so she's weighing what's in her mind without outside influence, okay? But it's usually very stuck kind of energy. Well, in this card, that energy is dropped. So it's a card of action. It's like I have dropped my indecision, I'm gathering what I can, and I'm fucking out of here. The gate is open. It doesn't look like there's anyone there to stop him. Like in the Seven of Wands, he's trying to get through an open door, but there's people around him that are trying to fight him. In this card, he's sneaking away, looking behind him to make sure nothing follows. That was significant before. I'll see if that card comes out with the Tarot of the Divine when I get to it. In the Rider-Waite deck, he's not looking backwards. Well, maybe he is, but he's not looking at his feet. And in some interpretations, there's things at his feet that are trying to ensnare him as he escapes. I don't see any of that in this card, but I do see what could be like a step off that he's not looking at. Like he could potentially fall off, or stumble. But this is like the Thief in the Night card. In the Rider-Waite deck, he's running away from a circus. He's like, I'm gathering what I can. I'm being brave. I'm being self-disciplined. I've got my moral strength. He's got the high grounds, General Kenobi. Transmutation of fear, meaning I have dropped my fear and I'm out, which is a really good energy, even though it's in the 5D in the middle of the connection. All right. No, that was supposed to be on honesty. Damn it, I read that all wrong all this time. But you know what? I'm going to leave it like that because that happened for a reason. Okay, let us continue with clarify with Lace the Moon's Daughter, please. Clarify the deep. I got two here, Death and the Empress. We got the Empress twice. Okay. Explore the deep mind. Symbols, the unknown shadow inside. Connect to higher self. Okay. Oof, that's a hard one. Everyone freaks out when they see death because it's so final, but it isn't. The world is final. Death is the beginning of a transformation. When something dies, it makes way for new things to be born. And what do we have over here but the pregnancy card? Things waiting to be born or brought into the world, right? So in order to do that, it's an equal balance. You have to give something to get something. And with death, you have to let something go in order for something else to be born. And I think somebody has gone deep inside to realize that, because this is the going inside card. Not quite the Hermit, but connecting to higher self. seeing things in symbols. The rider, so this is the death, the rider. I had something earlier. You have to let go in order to make room in your hand to pick something else up. And the Empress is like the ultimate motherly energy. She's all the queens wrapped into one. She's been there, done that. She's earned it. She's got the receipts, everything. The Empress is Venus. You see the symbol, the circle with the X on the bottom, that's the symbol of Venus. Venus rules Taurus and Libra. Death is Scorpio. The wands are fire. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Sun is Leo. And the swords is an air sign. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And we have Scorpio, Taurus, and Libra. That resonates with me personally, but I won't say it for the collective. What I will say is that somebody involved here might have that stuff in their chart. I feel like this is telling me that Death and the Empress are working together. Because you can think of this as a cycle also. When something dies, something new is born. It's like something dies, something's born, something's let go of, something's gained, something's put to rest, something else can come to life. And to me, it feels like this hoop that the Empress is holding, meaning cycles and circles, everything goes around. So, I think someone went inside to put something to rest so that something else could come to the foreground that they've been working on, because birthing things takes a long time. Please clarify flat grounding energy. We have strength. More fire energy, that's Leo also. So someone could have strong Leo in their chart. Also Libra and Taurus. That's a lot of fire. Yeah. So if somebody doesn't have the fire signs in their chart, they're just in that. Because everybody has it somewhere, you know. Everyone has all the signs somewhere in their chart. It depends on what houses and planets are at play in that sign. But I feel a lot of fire energy, which means that this is quite ignited, right? In motion, like it says, like with this one, things are in motion. Fire energy is very active energy. So can we clarify honesty, please? Clarify honesty. Did we have a jumper there? Flipper. We've got the Two of Pentacles. Yeah. This is, what do I do? So, with the Ace of Pentacles, it's always a oomph or gift from the divine. It's like the starting point, you know? all the aces are like that. All the aces are a little starting point from the divine to have something new. But once the one pentacle is handed to you or to whatever person, then they have to like juggle what they've already got with what the divine is trying to give them. So they have to go, oh, okay, I already have this one and now I've got this one. So how do I make these jive? Do you know what I mean? I think tentatively we have here somebody saying, I need to be honest, I'm juggling things right now. I think plain and simple. I need to be honest that I'm kind of juggling things right now. Can we please clarify tops and turrets if we can? Hangman, change of viewpoint. High Priestess. She's got the receipts. A High Priestess sometimes can indicate spell work also. And that makes sense if she's here to not combat, but like fight against this Glanconer energy with the Queen of Wands here. So yeah, this might be a twin or soulmate in separation dynamic here. Someone's getting a new perspective, and the High Priestess is usually somebody who's very, very in tune with their higher self, but they don't talk about it. The High Priestess, she's quiet about it. I think it's because she's constantly processing what she sees. And she processes so much so fast that you can't really express all that. So she just keeps quiet. Yeah, change of viewpoint. Look again. Look at, she's like, usually in the Rider-Waite, the High Priestess is sitting on her throne, looking straight ahead with the scrolls of the law in her lap. But this High Priestess looks like she's being drawn upward by her heart chakra. With the moon there, that's things that are hidden. And I think that lantern in the back is the light of the Hermit's lantern. And her head is bent towards it, but backwards. Almost like she's dancing for that knowledge. So it's really interesting because this is the Hanged Man, but she looks like if this were upside down, she would be in the position that the Hanged Man is in, upside down. With the halo around his head. That's exactly what he looks like. But she's upright, which is good. Which means she's coming out of that meditative state, maybe. That's good. Change of viewpoint, and she's coming out of it, but she's processing what she's learned in there. That's good. Okay, please clarify the undressing of the, ooh, Five of Cups, regret. I regret that it's impossible. That's what that feels like. Change of fortune. That certainly does look like a change of fortune, doesn't it? And those three knocked over. Oh, this one only has 2 birds. Now I don't have to sing for this one. This feels like someone knows that things are in motion and they can't stop it. And I don't know if this is regret of the loss or just fear of the change. I think we'll leave that way and then could go on to Tarot of the Divine. We got the Hermit on the bottom. Hermit on the bottom. There's the lantern of self-reflection that the High Priestess has. Okay, we'll keep going. Tarot of the Divine, please. We're going to finish clarifying. This feels very, like not flowing. This feels very separated, so maybe we'll get something that'll like tie it all together into a nice story. Crap. Oh, see, with my tiny hands, I run into this problem every time. Oh no, I got reversals in here. Okay, we'll shuffle sideways like I always have to. Oh, that was terrible. Pathetic. Let's do that again. Okay, that was better. Can we do it again? Better. Do it again. Okay. And cut. And another shuffle, please. Oh, hang on a second. I got you guys over. Okay. All right. Let's see. Clarify the thing we're waiting for. Order coming in. What is being brought to birth? What is being brought to birth? The Eight of Coins. I'm trying to remember what that looks like. Oh, hard work. Yeah, no shit. Birthing is hard work. That's also work, though. Like meaningful work. Lucrative work. Something that somebody's like putting their head down going, okay, now I really got to do this work. I really have to make this. I really have to craft this. I really have to do this on my own, I hear. Nose to the grind? Nose to the grindstone? Something like that? Clarify Queen of Wands on the Glanconer, please. Queen of Wands on the Glanconer. Who's this whisperer? The Moon. That's Cancer energy. Emotional. Protective of themselves. The Moon also is things that are hidden. There's something else with this energy. Hiding intentions. Hiding true motivations. That's all very Queen of Wands energy. Hiding motivation. Whoa, no, I'm not going to take it. Please clarify the Sun on the connection. Sun on the connection, please. I think no matter how much this karmic is trying to turned this masculine away from the connection. He's following the sun towards it. Clarify the sun on the connection, please. We've got temperance. Okay. Temperance. They're taking their time. Temperance to me is a card of alchemy, which is again transmutation of energy. But it's also a card of healing. So I think this person is just taking it slow. Clarify the Seven of Swords, please, and then the Mthr God. We've got the Hermit. Hermit energy. Yeah. I hate to say that Hermit energy is stuck energy because it isn't. It's just contemplative. Clarify the Empress and Death, please. Clarify the Empress and Death. The Star. The Star, wish fulfillment. When you wish upon a star, that's also a healing card. This is Aquarius energy. The Hermit is Virgo energy. The Moon is Cancer. And what is Temperance? Crap, I forgot Temperance. Wish fulfillment on the Empress after death and looking the deep mind. Okay, please clarify. Whoa, nope, that's too many, but I'll take the one flipper. Strength on Flaft, we've got the Three of Swords. That's the Heartbreak card. All right, let's look at this here. Grounding, strength, and heartbreak. I'm drawing a blank. That Glanconer is really loud. I think I'm going to have to scrap this video because I'm not feeling it. Let's continue though. Let's finish out and then maybe I can interpret everything together. Can we clarify Two of Pentacles on Honesty, please? Two of Pentacles on Honesty. That's too many. Too many. Two of Pentacles on Honesty, please. Too many. Calm down. Two of Pentacles on Honesty, please. Seven of Coins. So Seven of Pentacles is waiting. Yeah, waiting because they're juggling. I gotta be honest with you, I'm juggling, so it's a waiting game. Yeah. Please clarify the High Priestess on the Topsy-Turvy. High Priestess on the Hangman, please. Two of Cups wanted to peek, but so did Death again. That's too many. Oh, what's this? The Hierophant. That's Taurus energy. Okay. This I think I can work with. The Hierophant is Taurus. It's contracts and law, but like religious law, divine law, high contracts. So this is a soul connection because excuse me. Oh, too sleepy. When the Hierophant comes out, it usually, to me, and I know that this can be expanded to mean other things for other readers, but to me, this is tradition. It's like, usually when the Hierophant comes out, it's somebody who is already in a commitment. But it looks like there's been a change of view on this commitment, but they're not saying anything because, like, the High Priestess keeps it quiet. But I can't tell if they're going to release it and go to a new contract or if they're going to fulfill it. And that's one of the problems with Taurus energy, is they're so traditional and so stubborn about it that they will fulfill whatever contract they are in until it's finished, but they'll never finish it prematurely, which can be very frustrating because sometimes those contract cycles can last decades. Who has that kind of time, masculine? Please clarify the Five of Cups on the impossible. King of Cups. I love this card. I'm not really sure about the myth or folk tale that it represents, but I just love the strength in that card. So the King of Cups, the thing about the King of Cups is that I believe it's Pisces energy. Saturn in Pisces. He loves so deeply and so completely, but he doesn't say a damn thing about it. That's really Capricorn energy to me too, and I never interpret it that way. But Capricorns, they will work themselves to the grave because that's how they show you that they love you, but they'll do it quietly, like suffer in silence kind of thing. The King of Cups is so sure in what he feels. He's so sure about it that he feels like he doesn't need to explain himself to one goddamn person. I love them. Deal with it, basically. But I'm not going to talk about it. Do you know what I mean? Oh, okay. Bottom of the deck. Three of Cups. That's a nice energy. That's friendly get-togethers, celebration, things like that. So I feel like I've been feeling for the past maybe half hour this pressure right in my forehead, right between my eyes, and it almost feels like a cork that's preventing me from actually connecting with this reading. I feel like that could be the Glanconer energy. So the only thing I can really come up with this is that there is something so beautiful that's getting ready to try to be brought forth, but this whisperer is going to try everything they can to stop it, even though it is divinely ordained. And that's another thing with the Hierophant. It's divine contract. It's divine law. It has to be fulfilled. There's no getting around it anymore. This heartbreak on top of strength after grounding. This is so weird. I have nothing for this. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to scrap this reading. I'll try again tomorrow night.